Good morning. Let's see. Dave from Colorado. You beat me. I was almost going to say it. Any other Daves here? Who else? The usuals. Alex, Abe. Need more turkey. Here's the turkey song. That's the Thanksgiving theme. All right. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in today. This is a special little episode here with the music of Vince Guaraldi, the great jazz pianist. Of course, probably best known for the Charlie Brown music and Christmas music that we all love during this time of the year. So I'm going to be going through a couple of his kind of iconic songs. He also played cover songs like, Chestnuts Roasting on Open Fire, which is called the Christmas song, Green Sleeves, and things like that. But his original compositions is kind of what we're going to just dive right into. I posted recently on Patreon my arrangement of Thanksgiving theme, and I that's already on there. If you want to check out the link in the description, go to Patreon and check out my tabs and all that stuff in my little mini lesson too. But I think I want to start off with the song. It's kind of probably the best known song is Linus and Lucy, right? Do y'all know that one? Let's see. That's the theme to Linus and Lucy, which is kind of like the main theme. That's typically done in A flat, the original key. Actually, I'm going to write out an easy version of it in C to make it a little bit easier. A flat's a good key too. But when I'm going to start, Laura, hey Laura, good morning. Hi, thanks for tuning in. It's nice to have you join in. Yeah, this is actually, the window's open today, and this is the background to Portland. It's a foggy day in Portland town. A foggy day in Portland town. And so let's get started with this one. This one is, the link is in the description. It's called Christmas Time is Here. Christmas time is here. So I'm just going to kind of walk you through what's happening here. It's a really gorgeous song, a little bit somber. Maybe that's why I like it, because it kind of has like some minor key undertones to it, even though it's a major key song. Technically, it has a wide range of emotion. So if you're just tuning in, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to do this. Welcome. We're just kind of examining some Vince Guaraldi music this morning, celebrating the holiday season. Oh, wait, did I say we're going to start off with this one? Christmas Time is Here. The other one I have, just so you can see that I'd kind of like discuss, is the song called, well, I'll just play a little bit for you. Oops, say the wrong. Think about that. That's a Lady Bird changes there. Pretty hip song. And this melody, I have a hack. Don't worry, it's hard if you don't do the hack. Then you have to do true third. So I'm going to talk about my hack there for that song. And we can loop it too. And I'm going to get my loop pedal ready over here. But we'll talk about that too. So let's go ahead, and I have the PDF for that. So if you guys are wanting to practice it and get my PDFs as well, the link is in the description that has the tabs for it. Okay, that one is called Skating. I'll show it to you what it looks like when you see my arrangement, my tabs. I say it's a chord melody arrangement, but it's kind of it's nice to have a band. So you have that little intro vamp, then you have the riff, and then the chords. And I wrote it out with third. This is actually kind of written out as if you're playing it with by yourself on solo guitar, which I'm not going to lie, it's hard to do. So you're probably better off just looping it and or just doing what I was doing if you're going to play true solo. Okay, so let's get into the music of Vince Guaraldi here with Christmas Time Is Here. That's a beautiful, beautiful classic. And I'm just going to kind of walk you through my arrangement here, essentially. I might change it and modify it a little bit, meaning I often do that. I rarely play things that I've written out like completely note for note. My arrangements are simple enough so that you can make it your own, change things around. That's what jazz is about. We're in the key of F. We're in waltz time here, really nice and slow. And this is a great study on chord inversions. I'm just going to basically walk you through the arrangement, and I'm going to show you and talk a little bit of shop, a little bit of theory. So where the first chord is F major 7. I'm just going to tell you the chords first. To E flat 7. Back and forth. Just do this. Just get in that feel. It's a waltz. Like a true waltz, not a jazz waltz necessarily. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Try nines. You might go 1. So I'm making this an F major 9. Vince Guaraldi loved ninth chords. And if this chord is new for you, this F major 9, here's a good trick that I think is nice to think of it this way. Start with a dominant 9. This is a pretty common shape. I'm hoping you know F dominant 9, okay? Take that dominant 9, take this note, the flat 7, and go up to the E, the major 7. And now you have a major 9, F major 9. Really beautiful chord. Here's dominant 9. We want that for the second chord, which will be E flat 9. Okay, these 9s are really lush. Okay, if you wanted minor 9, which we can do later, we can do this. F minor 9, okay. So those are your ninth chords. Major 9, dominant 9, minor 9, minor 6 9. There's a lot of fun with ninth chords. This is the ninth. So the progression is, I won't sing it, don't worry. I haven't used my voice too much yet. And here it is with ninths. Okay, that's the main vamp. That's the melody. Christmas time is here. Okay. Or you can do it up high. 2, 3. I'm doing it with octaves, but the melody is just this. So it's like an A minor triad. Sometimes I like to think of melodies as a chord structure when it often is. But when we put the chord to it, it's F major 7. With this inversion, the 7 is on top. This goes back to my recent live streams, which are still available on YouTube to watch. They all get archived onto Patreon at the gold tier, but I'm leaving them all up right now for the holiday weekend. So you can check out all my recent live streams on chord inversions. F major 7, and then here's F major 7 here. But nobody wants to do that shape. So you do this shape instead. F6 9. This is the proper F major 7. And as much as I love that, getting in time is a little bit tricky. So you do this, that F6-9. And then here's that A note I was mentioning. And now we have to be on that E flat 9 chord. So we're going to do E flat 9, sharp 11. Really dreamy. Okay, dreamy chord. So all I'm doing is taking that E flat dominant 9 that we did, and I'm barring with my first finger so that I get that A on top. And try to practice plucking like this. So we have this, F major 7, F6-9, and then E flat 9, sharp 11, F major 7. It's good just to get the shapes. Don't worry too much about the exact rhythm. F6-9, E flat 9, sharp 11. It can also be called flat 5. It's the same note. Pretty. Okay, just get that under your fingertips. Okay. How you doing? Who's out here watching today? Tell me your name. Tell me where you're from. I'd love to see where everybody's from all over the world. And from Portland, Laura. Thanks for tuning in. This is a little special holiday live stream for the music of the Charlie Brown music written by and performed by Vince Guaraldi. We're just doing my arrangements of it here. Okay, so you can check that out. You can get the PDFs and the tabs. I have sound slice practice videos for it as well, so you can play along and see the chord diagrams. So we have this F major 7, F6-9, E flat 9, sharp 11. Repeat that. Now the tricky part. We're going to have B minor 7 flat 5, but we need this A note in the melody. So what I do here is I play D minor with a B in the bass, and that's D minor 6, an inversion of B minor 7 flat 5. If you wanted to, you can say it's D minor 6 / B, but you might as well just call it B minor 7 flat 5. Okay, so I'm going, and the proper chord would be this, right? The inversion, but to get the melody note, we gotta stick, we're just on that A, and then we hit that A again, and get the D minor triad. This is the hack. Wrap your thumb around. If you're not a thumb player, you have to get the triad, D minor, and then get this note here. And it's just right out of that formation, the D minor triad. Again, this is I showed this the other day in my hack where I was saying in my chord inversion lesson, where I said B minor 7 flat 5. This is for the Fly Me to the Moon lesson, by the way. Watch that chord inversion if you didn't watch that live stream. B minor 7 flat 5 equals D minor 6. It's an inversion, okay? And then we want a quick chromatic, B flat minor 7. And then the E in the melody, it's going to clash a little bit. And then A minor 7, I'm using the A in the bass, open, C major triad on top. Okay, so we can just practice this. I'm going to wrap my thumb around. I'm not worrying about the exact melody. I'm just practicing this solo guitar arrangement. But the melody will be, might as well use that open string. We can wrap our thumb around or do this. But the thing is, it's nice to know these little tricks, these little chord renaming. C6 equals A minor 7. So what I'm doing is I'm playing a C triad, but putting A in the bass. See how nice and dark that is? It's really equivalent to a C6, but once you put that A in the bass, it really darkens it. This is a great trick, a great hack to do on the guitar. You put A in the bass, and then you go C major, C major, C major, or C major here. C major, C major. This is actually the shape most people know as A minor 7, but they might not realize, hey, it's just a C triad, inverted. Eric, welcome. Yeah, of course. I'm leaving up this weekend. Dreamy chords. Yeah, thanks for the comment, you guys. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks for the thumbs up. That helps with the YouTube algorithms. Hopefully get some more viewers and subscribers. All of this is available on Patreon in the link in the description. I post a lot of all tiers. When you see all tiers, that means $2 a month to get all of these PDFs that I'm posting. All of the live stream posts are at the $2 tier, so you can get a lot of stuff if you're interested. If you're enjoying these live streams, I do recommend that, and I appreciate that that you're joining my community. So, all right, we're just kind of walking you through this A section, then we can just kind of practice it. We're on an A minor 7, put the A in the bass, and put C triad here. You can even do it over here, like I said. It's kind of fatter and warmer on these strings here instead of these treble strings, so it's up to you. And then the A flat minor 7. Don't forget we did a B flat minor 7, like a walk down. So it's essentially going like this. Like chromatic walk down passing chords. And that's where we want to end up. G minor 7. I'm going to just play this. Because the melody is on the D note. We don't need that F note like we did before, like this. But this just, okay, you can do it like this. Okay. And then this next chord is pretty hip. I think a lot of people just play C 7. But a B flat minor triad with a C in the bass gives you this flavor. Darker, and then F major 9. So B flat minor triad, put the C in the bass. It adds a suspension to it. C7 with the flat 9 with sus4, the D, the B flat. There's just no E in it. So if that's new for you, that's a beautiful, beautiful sub for just a C7 chord. That's a little bit plain, but put a B flat minor triad, and then put the C in the bass. And then if you want to resolve that sus, just take off that finger. And then I'm going to F major 9. I'll go to 6-9 here. I'll put it here. Major 9. By the way, 6-9 would be this. That's a great and popular chord for bossa nova and Django Reinhardt style. Of course, I'm sure many of you are watching this have seen my gypsy jazz instructional videos. Frank, welcome. C9 sus4, welcome. I like that chord a lot. I'm playing a C flat 9 sus4, which is B flat minor over C. Welcome, B. Yo, yeah, thank you. It's just a kind of a nice thing. So that B flat minor triad, put the C in the bass. By the way, I got to show you something that's really nice. You can start with a B flat major triad and then make it minor. Don't let my refingering scare you. It's just a B flat triad, and then we minor it. When you put the C in the bass, you make it a sus, and then minor it. Really pretty. It brings out like an inner voice leading. That's really sweet. The sus, and then you can even do this. And then if you want to resolve it, that E note, and then F major. And I did F major 9. It's really important, I think, to explore a lot of chord shapes and chord colors. And many of these chords come from things that you already know, like F major 9. F major 9, I think of it as an A minor 7 with F in the bass. So here's an A minor 7 inversion. I put F in the bass. You get this beautiful. So yeah, you could take that concept, and explore it, and it works great for soloing. I'm not going to go You know me, I can go into Tracy's tangents too much, but if you do like these, check out my lessons on Patreon. I talk a lot about all the stuff in various lessons. If specifically for that major 9 color, check out my Girl from Ipanema lesson. Here we go. Let's start from the top. Oh, and we got the F major 9, and that's your A section. So we have F major 7. I'm going to walk you through each shape. F major 7, F6 9, E flat 9, sharp 11. Notice I'm plucking out the melody on the first string so you can hear those voices. I'm not going to sing in falsetto, don't worry. I want to try, but Christmas time is here. Christmas time is here. You all know what I'm talking about, right? The children's voices on the recording. B minor 7 flat 5. Notice my thumb wraps around for that D minor triad. Chord. Open string. A minor 7 C triad. With the A in the bass, aka A minor 7, G minor 7. Okay. Now I didn't show you the note here. There is a B flat. There's the F note here. So what you want to do here on this G minor 7 is do this. Get that F here. You could do this, like I said, but it's up to you. You could do it here or here. It's a little bit darker and warmer on the second string versus the first string. I'm talking about color, the timbre of it. And so then this B flat minor / C. And again, if you can't wrap your thumb around, just do this. It takes a little bit longer. And then F major 9. And let's walk through it again. Good morning, Jeffrey. Nice and slow. 2, 3. B minor 7 flat 5. That means D minor triad. Passing. Passing. B flat minor triad over C, aka C7 flat 9 sus4. Fancy name. I'd rather just say B flat minor over C and have you know that that's a sus chord for dominant. Okay, that's the A section. Let's try it again. Nice and slow. This is a practicing video today. We're going to get our shapes first and then get the melody extracted from the shapes. Slow practice is good. That's a G minor 7. 2, 3 again. 3. 2, 3. Oh, I'm going to do it this time, this way. I sometimes improvise with. I'll show you the way I wrote it for you. But I might show you the other way too. The other way that I was saying was this A minor 7 with a C triad like this. And then grab the G here. And then you just do this. I like to have options. I like to show options. And again, this is all written on the PDF. Not the options. You're seeing the options that I'm showing you right now live. Just to see how I would do it. Are we ready? Are we good? You got that? Let's take it to the B section. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. And again, this walk down. Beautiful, beautiful. Now the B section modulates to D flat major. Yeah, D flat major. How does that relate to F major? I don't know. No, I have my theories and I can tell you, but right now I'm going to shop talk. I kind of want to, but let's not worry about it unless anybody wants to comment. Sorry, I'm just checking out to see what's in my coffee here. This might be kind of gross, but let me see. I think it's my cat hair. D flat major 7. Okay, D flat. The relative minor is D minor. I'll just say that. But this is D flat, so it's a parallel key. It's from the F minor world. Okay, just so you know, there's some relationships. D flat major 7. G flat 7 flat 5. That's the 4 dominant. We're gonna show you some different voicings. I'm just showing you what he's thinking. G flat. That's a 4. Like this. Kind of bluesy. But with his colors, we're gonna have D flat major 7, G flat 9. Here comes that sharp 11 again. Same chord we did here. Now we're just recycling the same shape. We can even do this. That same shape we did earlier, this. But now I'm doing this shape instead. Just so I can pluck out the melody from one shape. I'm big on that. Instead of working too hard, I like to sometimes keep it easy. Okay, so that's a D flat major 7 shape. Now my arrangement here, just so you know, I did do this. I show it like the beginning like this. Like this. Because he is doing this, just so you know. So you can kind of recycle the same shapes. How I'm showing it to you right now for your special easy version is this D flat major 7 with the 7 on top. This is called root position because it's just 1, 3, 5, 7. And then G flat 9, 4, sharp 11. What scale would you play with this? I know what I would play. I like that dreamy whole tone scale. That was just. How y'all doing? Thanks for joining me today on this Saturday morning or afternoon, depending on where you're at. We have people from Canada, Maryland, Frank, Colorado. Where else? Anybody from not in the States? Well, Canada. Usually there's some folks tuning in from all over the world. But hopefully you're watching it on the replay. I can expect everybody to tune in. 2, 3. Put some time. Thanks, Eric, from Atlanta. Okay, let's practice that again. And you see that I'm getting the shape ready. I'm anticipating the shape, and I'm playing the melody note just so I can get the shape on the downbeat of the next measure. Oh, John, welcome. Thanks, guys, for telling me where you're from. It's nice. So I'm going 1 and 2, 3 and 1, and that's and 1. Notice I'm on the shape already. Little solo guitar hack. Do that with me. You could also do this. Get those harmonics there. So there I took this. I'm showing you an optional version, just like we did this at the beginning. Now I'm doing this for the B. Same exact shape, same exact movement, okay? And that's what's written on my arrangement, just so you know. If you want to grab the tabs, it's in the description, okay? For this and my song, my arrangement, not my song, I wish I wrote it, the song Skating, which I need to hurry up because I got some private lessons coming up here. So let's get you through this arrangement and talk about skating as well. I've been on a Vince Guaraldi kick lately, of course. You know, once this time of year comes around, I listen to that Charlie Brown soundtrack. It's such a nice soundtrack for the holidays. So we have that. We do that twice. And then we're going to go to A minor 7. And this is just a nice, easy hack. Just bar across. You got C. Triad with the A on top. C6. Same thing. And then got the C here. Okay, now I'm doing this I'm going way over here for a little passing chord, E flat. You could do it here, but I find it easier just to do this, and then E flat 7 here. Then you put the 13 on. So it's a little bit of movement to go here, but for the chord melody arrangement, it's nice. And then we can stay here, and that's a D7. So basically, it goes A minor to the D7, but you put passing chord, E flat 7 to the D7. Okay, in front of it, little sides up here. So you have this. So I went like this. I'll do that again. E flat 13 with the plugging the G and then the C note, and then the D7 with the C on top, and then take off the C. So you're on the A. So I'm barring. I'm kind of a like this, but I'm not playing the A note. So we have this. Okay. And again, the tabs are all here. It's just my arrangement of it. After this, substitution, the diminished substitution, one of my favorites. Off the third degree of the D, go to F sharp, diminished 7. That gives you a flat 9. Okay. And then to the G minor 7, just like we did on the A minor 7 over here. Now we're on G minor 7. Do this hack. It's a great hack if you guys don't know this. The shape. This is the easiest shape for minor 7. This A minor. Why is it a hack? Because you could do all this stuff. You get all the scales. And this. So it's great for chord melody. Okay, so that's why I call it a hack. It's a good chord shape hack. We're almost done. So we got the G minor 7. D flat. This is again, we want to go to the C, but in front of the C7, we put D flat. But because of that melody note here, I'm putting it over here, D flat 9, sharp 5. We could do it over here too, but I like the voicing over here. It's a bit easier. And then C13. And then G flat 7, sharp 9, aka Purple Haze. And then back to the last day. And we're home. Okay? So let's walk you through that B section again. It's a little bit more complicated. So we got the D flat major 7, G flat 9, sharp 11. This time I'm going to show you the other way. Okay? It's nice to have some options. Now, I'm looking at my arrangement here. It's all available on tabs. I'm going to show it to you how it's written. A minor 7, E flat, D7, scoot back over to the G minor 7, and then this, and then the C13, tritone sub. Last day. So that was C13. Tritone sub of C is F sharp, or it could be called G flat, whatever you want to call it. See, pretty much the same notes. All that changed was the bass. And then F major 7, but we want F major 7 with the melody. Let's keep going to finish it out. Thanks, Dave. You're welcome. Okay. Little ending chord there on the F major. And I did major 7 with the sharp 11. And you could tag that too, of course. And then we bust into this one. Keep doing that. Oops. So, questions? Comments? Do you guys get it? Usually I don't walk through my whole arrangements like that, but today is a special one. That was a beautiful arrangement, if I might say so myself. Oh yeah, but I make thanks, Eric. I do know my way around the fretboard, but you know, it's always a learning experience and I definitely make a lot of mistakes. It is a fun one. It's a beautiful, I love, you know, I'm trying to show how you can also just kind of improvise a little bit with chords. Just have fun, you know, just knowing the basic progression. Maybe just have some fun, you know, if you're going to extend out a little bit too. Okay, so this next one, like I mentioned, I don't want to scare you, but it's a little bit challenging, but there's a lot of good instructional material you can extract from that, and this is the goal, you know. And then you can even try looping it. I might try to, and like I said, I make a lot of mistakes, so we'll see what happens. This one is called Skating. Beautiful piano part. I mean, Vince Guaraldi really went all out on this composition here, and he starts with this 1-4-5 jazz waltz feel. I'm using C6-9. You can just vamp on that to get the groove started. C6-9, F6-9, G6-9, F6-9. Yes, Louie Louie. Right? 1-4-5. Wait, I'm sure Louie Louie is written. I don't know. Someone's got to do the timing of that. I think Louie Louie is probably in the 60s. This was written, I don't know. Maybe was this in the 60s too? I guess I should know, but I don't. In the comments, leave it. Wikipedia. Louie Louie, what year was it written? And what year was written the Charlie Brown music? Christmas. So let me talk about the comping. We have the C6-9. And I'm hitting the bass first. And then the top 3 strings. Okay, even though I'm borrowing, I'm getting 4 strings, 4 notes. You can do 4 notes. You can do, it's up to you. And then boom chuck, 1 and 3, 1 and 3, da 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 da. And this is the jazz waltz feel. So it's just a comping pattern. 1 and 3, 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 1 and 3. Bass chord, right? Boom chuck, but the feel is. And I got to show you this shape. If you're not familiar with this shape over here on the top 4 strings, F6-9. Here's F triad, and then here's D and G, the 6 and the 9 respectively. Now let me show you the theory behind this really quickly if this is brand new to you. F major triad. We all love this chord. Well, most beginners hate it, but that's okay. We're not going to do that. So we're going to take these 2 notes from the F triad. That's 1, 3, 5, 8. We're going to take these 2 notes, slide it up whole step. So do this from your F triad. Take the first 2 notes and slide it parallel. Now you have, instead of 5, 1, you have 6, 9. Now get those other 2 notes back on. Voila, F6-9. Here's F major triad. Here's F6-9. Beautiful, beautiful chord. Here's G major triad. Here's G6-9. Okay. Here's C6-9. Okay, so the groove for skating is a jazz waltz 1-4-5-4. 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and. I could do this all day. It's so much fun. So get these. I looped it just for fun. And then the melody is this little descending figure. I'll do that again, starting on the major 7. And it ends on the 6. I'll do it again, it's so much fun. It's a sequence. I'll loop it. Let's see. I'll loop it on my pedal for fun. Let's see. Here it is, harmonies. Technology. Thanks, Les Paul. You guys have a loop pedal? You should give it a try. It's super fun. I'm going to show you what the melody is, and that's basically the melody. But I have a way to practice it, and I'll show you 2 things. The proper way, which is in thirds, which is tricky on the guitar, and then also a hack where I'm omitting some of those thirds. Again, this is the song Skating by Vince Guaraldi from the Charlie Brown soundtrack. Beautiful jazz waltz here. Has a great vibe to it. You all know what I'm talking about. And you can grab my tabs, my PDFs, of course, for all of this. It's all right here. The link is in the description. At that point, you will be joining me on Patreon. Congratulations. It's about time. Here's the melody. Write down the scale, sequence it. And he's still going. But at that point, the chords change. I'm just playing it all on one string, the 2nd string. I'll do that again. The 6 of the C. I'm a somber note, the 6th degree. The 2nd time you can resolve it. I'm going to show you those cool chords that are happening in the background when it lands on that 6 too. It's so hip. That, like I said, there's so much beautiful compositional arranging and information in this that you can extract and learn from if you really put the time in and dissect it. And if you have someone like me to help kind of show you, maybe if you don't know and understand some of the theory aspects of it. So again, the melody is this. You can hammer, just pick everything. I'm just using my fingers today. Okay, let me talk about the first turnaround. On that note, you got C major 7, it's C6. Then it goes up a minor 3rd, E flat major 7. But if you have this note still, that's what I'm talking about. Beautiful. And then you go up a 3rd from there, F sharp major 7. And then you go up a major 3rd from there. You can do 6 9s by the way too, or you can do 9s if you want. That's A major 9. So it just goes up in minor 3rds, like a diminished 7 arpeggio. But this is your opportunity to use the same shape and do the diminished 7 arpeggio, if you know what I mean. Watch this, the root. Symmetrical. You end up back on C. So the turnaround could be this. I'll do that again. Right here. Is that awesome? Finally, we can just slide around a shape, get some really hip sounds without doing the dim 7. We don't want the dim 7, but he's moving in minor thirds like the dim 7 arpeggio. Try major 9. Try 6/9. Doesn't matter. They're all major chords. It's going to sound beautiful. Okay, so that's what we want to do for the first turnaround. The second turnaround is this. The second time, that is C major 7, E flat major 7, A flat major 7. This is often called the ladybird turnaround. They're borrowed chords from the minor key, D flat major 7, and then back. The second one. Is that cool? All major 7 chords, or major 6, or major 6/9, your choice, or major 9. Experiment, have fun. Maybe why not modern it up? Major 9 sharp 11s. This is pretty awesome. So that's the second turnaround. And then the third time, it's actually going to pull us to the B section. C major 7, D minor 7, walk up, E minor 7, tritone sub. We're going to go to the 4 chord, G flat 9. Okay, this should be C7, but he prefers tritone sub. And then into the F minor. Now we're at the B section. That's the proper way. That's exactly the what he's doing on the piano, on the guitar, an octave lower. That's not easy. So I'm going to show you what that is first. And then I'll show you my hack. It's the same scale, harmonized in thirds, a third below. So you have this. And when I did that earlier, I went like this with a loop. Let me get into the groove so I'm in time. So if you have a loop pedal, you can have fun looping that too. Turn some heads probably on your gig. They're like, whoa, how do you do that? It's magic. Les Paul magic. Thanks to Les Paul for doing all this good looping. So here it is. This is the double stop, thirds. Okay, this and this. And then move it here. Like an F, basically like F, partial triad. But you gotta learn this in this shape for thirds. The word is diatonic in the key of C. Nothing's outside of the C. Very vanilla, very inside. This is a good one. It's like a C chord and a D minor again. So we have this so far. And then we move this down. And now the tricky part, you have to get this shape and then this shape. And that's what poses a problem. You can slide it really fast if you wanted to. Like this. But, don't worry, I have a hack for you if you're saying, ooh, that looks complicated. I'll show you my hack. I'm big on hacks. I like simplifying. Here's proper. I'm sweating. Okay, so let me show you my hack now, because I wanted to show you the real thing there, but now the hack. Start off with this, and then just change the top note only, so you can. Well, sometimes I do the third, and then I do this, and Then here I do this, or you can do this. It's this one here, and then I do the double stop, but I don't necessarily add on both. I just change one note, so you can hear that melody on the top. So you get this. So don't tell anybody. That's a trick. That's a little hack. It makes it so much easier. You just map out these shapes. It's a good triad, or not triad, dyad. Dyad means two notes. Thirds. Diatonic to the key. But then when we add that little melody on there, no one's gonna know. Our secret. Now we gotta show you the beat. So what do you think? Are you approving of that hack? Are you disgusted with me that I'm sharing my hack and how to simplify things? Hope you don't think any less of me. I saw this video years ago, many years ago now. It's by a guy named Tommy Tedesco. He was a studio musician, had a great guitar player article that always was entertaining, that I'd love to read. I was reading his articles, his monthly article in Guitar Player magazine. Tommy Tedesco, he was part of the Wrecking Crew and a studio musician, great guitar player, funny guy, entertaining at least to watch. He had a video, instructional video, and it was all about faking it. Just doing whatever you need to do to get the gig, to get the job, to make that $100 or however much those guys are getting paid for the studio gigs back then. And but that's just his thing. You have to watch some of it on YouTube. I'll share some of the videos on Patreon. But that always left an impression with me, like, hey, just do what you need to do for to get the point across. I'm not playing classical music. I'm just not necessarily note for note. So in this case, I'm just getting the idea across, and hopefully that's what's important. So that's inspired by Tommy Tedesco. Thank you, Tommy. So instead of doing this, the exact note for note transcription for Vince Guaraldi's skating. See, I missed it. I'm doing this. And it's so much easier. C9 sus4, that was Guitar Player magazine, absolutely. Oh yeah, faking Greek. There's that scene where Tommy's faking the Greek music. It's like, oh, we need something more exotic. Do you have anything exotic back there? Like I don't know all the different names of the instruments. Be like, oh sure, I've got lots of instruments back here behind they can't see him in the studio behind the booth. Let me grab something else and play something, they need to play it really low so they can't hear. That's exactly what we want, Tommy, that instrument. And he's using his mandolin that he already played something else. It's so funny, so entertaining, but it's probably all true. I believe it. So, it's really an interesting thing. Anyways, Tommy Tedesco, check him out. He was great, and guitar player, a lot of great words of wisdom that inspired me too. Okay, so we're going on with skating. We're at the B section here. I got to get through this quick arrangement with you. And then, hopefully you got that hack. This is such a cool tune. I don't know if I can do it. Let me try it. I've never really performed this very much, but. this to the B. I was just stop it there, got my loop. That was more than I needed to play. Here it is with the hack. Let's see what happens. One more time. You get the idea. So there it is with the hack. That wasn't too bad, but I need some practice on it myself. Again, if you like that and you want to practice it, make it better than my performance, you get the tabs. I've tabbed it all out. And I was having fun with this great classic of a song here. I got to show you the B section. I can't leave the song unfinished. So on that last turnaround there, walk it up 1, 2, 3, and then tritone sub that, meaning instead of C7, put G flat 9 into the minor 4 key change to the minor 4s from borrowed chord from C minor, aka E flat major, the relative. So we have this melody here. Flat 7 to the root of the F minor. So I'm just doing this F minor 7, B flat 13. This is good for chord melody in general, so practice this. It's pretty nice. F minor 7 with the flat 7. I'm being very specific with what I'm plucking. Root 13, B flat 13, E flat major 9. Here's the melody. Move it down a whole step. Easy. Here's that chord. F minor triangle, the chord from the last song. F minor, G in the bass, and then release it so it's not sus. That's F9, F, G, 7 flat 9 sus 4. Just call it F minor triad over G, and then G flat 9. So here's the B section. That was pretty slow. We'll kick it up a little bit. F minor 7. F major, E flat major, 2 5 1. If I didn't say it, 2 5 1. And that's it. Minor thirds. Well, that's all we have time for today. I do have more arrangements. Got a lot of holiday and Christmas songs if you're into that this season and want to pull, bust out some solo arrangements. I do have a lot of solo guitar and lead sheets both on my Patreon. Please consider joining my community. I really appreciate the thumbs up. David, well, you're welcome. Everybody, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you spending the morning with me. I'm playing some Charlie Brown music. Hopefully, get you in a good mood. Hopefully, you learned a few things too. Let me know if you did. I always love some feedback. Today, I was trying to go nice and slow to demonstrate this arrangement instead of just talking shop. I wanted to make sure we practice it together. So if you'd like that, let me know too, because I'll do more of my solo arrangements and or etudes and whatnot, just all these different things I have offered. I've got 4,250 posts on Patreon. I post new materials, new lessons every day over the last 3 years, every day, not having missed one day. I'm pretty proud of that. So if you like my community or want to be a part of it or like my teaching style, I do appreciate you supporting me on Patreon. This allows me to keep doing this, and I want to do it more. And let me know again if you have any song requests, any feedback, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. All right. Thanks, everybody. Take care.